All right, so if you've been following the channel, we got this barn installed here. It's a tough shed pre-made, and all we had was a slab put down. So there's no power running to this thing, and the electric company wanted to charge me $3,000 to run a line inside and then install a box and a meter. And I was like, you know what? I don't need power that much, not $3,000. So the alternative is solar. These things are pretty modern looking. Love them. So we're gonna put one here, and then we're gonna put one over here for when we're walking in. It's very minimal. And also when installing these, this door swings out that way. You always want to make sure that you're putting the light away from where the door swings, because then you'll break this. But on top of these, let me show you one more thing that we're gonna do. Two more things actually. We got a nice motion spotlight, and these things all have settings to where, like, you know, if you want it running, if you want it off, if you want it super bright, super dim. That's what's really nice about these. And then this last one, this is another security light. And over here, I have this shed and our log pile. This is kind of a mess back here, but we're gonna set one up over here. And this right here is going to be shining down here, because whenever I have a fire or if I need to get something in the shed and it's late night, you know, we get like skunks and possums and all kinds of like little critters. And I've come back here and I've seen a skunk and I don't feel like getting skunked. So this right here will stay lit, and then when I come by it, it'll brighten up. That way I can see everything that I'm grabbing. And if there's anything over here, like a security light, it's gonna chase it away. So let me give you a little breakdown of how we're gonna install these sconces. So these are super easy to install. Here's the back of it, okay? There's this little bracket, and then there's these little side screws. You take out these two little black screws out of the side, and then now we are left with our bracket. Now, opposed to setting this whole thing up and drawing, what most people would do is take it and put it up here and draw a line or something like that. It's like Hoselink has it where you just take this little piece out, and now we're gonna drill this into the wall, and then we reattach this light and then put the screws back in, and we're all set. All right, so there we go. Nice and flush, kind of more modern looking. So we got one over there, and then let's take a look at the big picture. Not too shabby. It's very not, I had other sconces that were like crazy big, and it's just like, these are nice and modern. And then here, let me show you right here, this is how they work. So we take this off. This is another thing too. I wanted them to be so I could like get to them by hand without like a ladder. But it's this little blue button right here. That, see that? Solar. Now it's dark. Now it's light. Dark, light. Dark, dark, light, light. So we're going to be using their super industrial strength double-sided tape. And we're going to put this up above and center it above the shed. This should be a piece of cake. We just put our tape right on here and peel off the back. So now we're good to go. And then measuring it out, the center was actually these two screws, not the Tough Shed sign. We'll put the sensor right above. And then press down on it. I'll probably do like a 30 count here. That should be good. And then, I don't know if you can zoom in on this right here, these buttons. This is the adjustment here. So we're gonna show these things in action at night, and then we'll make our adjustments tonight. So there it is. So this is the security light. This is what's gonna light up the shed and the logs on the side of the house. That way I don't get skunked. But as you can see, like when this one was charged, that's how that one works. Your adjustment tab is on the back to turn it on and off. And then the backing right here, very simple bracket. We're just going to drill this in, and then as you can see the pieces right here, this slides right on. And now, booyah, we are secure here. We got our sconces up on the sides of the barn and by the door, and we got our floodlight. So let's take a look at this in a few hours when it's dark. So it is like pitch black out here, but this is what they look like. Really nice, illuminates the ground. And then now, see if we can get over here without activating the big spotlight. Here are the side ones. This is gonna get bright, guys. But there it is. Nice spotlight. You know, it's a good look. This light looks like it's flickering, but it's not. It's just because of the camera. See that? And it picked me up. Now it lights up this whole area and lights up the wood. So let's get a back picture. And you can see it's dimly lit over there. And then now I'm gonna walk up to the spotlight. Oh, picked me up right over here. Super far away. So pretty nice. And you can adjust the timer on it to see how long that'll stay on, but solar power, baby. All right, extra footage. So these right here are also available, and I love these. These are at my last house, and I put them in here. These are solar, and they're for when I get out of the van. They're great for the driveway, and when you walk by them, they light up. Watch. So when we pull up in the van, it's like a runway, and then now this whole area lights up. If there's any kind of critters out here, they run away, and then we got a straight shot to the door. But this upward lighting is my favorite. All right, so here is my house before. It is pitch black on my street. Nobody else has this lighting. These are solar upward lighting, and it's got 3 different options, but I'm gonna put my favorite one on. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Boom, look at that. We got it lit up corner over there. That's 3 lights doing the whole house, and then we got 1 little light helping illuminate the tree. So now if we take a look here at all the other houses on my block, there's one person that has a porch light doing a full 360 here. There ain't nobody around. And then as you're driving down, there it is. And there's 3 different settings on here. So this is kind of like the warm, this is the cool, and that's the spotlight. But, all right guys, that's it for this video. You saw it, the house looks sick. This is the bonus footage. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out Hoselink, they got some sweet lights. I've actually had these lights here for almost 3 years now. Still running the other, or I'm sorry, 2.5 years, well, almost 3. Same thing with the runners next to the van. And then all the rest of those lights are brand new and they're just sick. And they're really easy to install. And half of them you just stick right in the ground, and I keep them up all year round. So, all right guys, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.